Finally, today's the day. Today is the day we finally start marathon training. Day one, 19 weeks, all for 3:30. All for 3:30 right here. We've got, you can't really see it because it's low light, but 6 easy today. We'll talk more about this schedule later, but I could hardly sleep. I was so excited. I've been looking forward to this all weekend, really, all week. So, January 5th. 2026. The journey starts now. Let's go get it. All right, good morning. January 6th, day 2 of marathon training. Week 1. Today's our first speed workout. It's like the first speed workout I've done in about a month and a half. Over that, more than that. So it's good to. Since today I'm kind of curious how it will go. We've got 7 miles total, and then we've got 4 sets of 5 minutes at a steady pace. So that's not even race pace. That's just probably 8:20 to 8:40 for 5 minutes at a time, and then we'll recover. It's easy running before and after. Like there's a warm up and a cool down. The route I'm taking is pretty hilly, but to start, but then after that it flattens out. So like I said, I didn't sleep super well on Sunday night, so last night I felt like I caught up on just having a good night's sleep. Still kind of I feel like I still feel the effects of that, though. I feel a little slow this morning, but we'll see once we get there. So anyway, first speed workout coming up. Let's go see how it goes. That was scary. Well, not scary. Just, this has happened several times recently. I'll run past the house and a dog will come charging out of it. Anyway, it was mostly friendly, but the bark did not sound so friendly. All right, we're about to start set 1. Let's get after it. Come on. First speed work, baby. Let's get it, finally. All right, set 1 done. I think we're around like 8:04, 8:05, so we could slow down. Got about 9 seconds and back at it. All right, set 2 done. We're right around 8:03, 8:04 pace again, so I'll try to slow it down. The heart rate's responding well. Legs feel great. Feels good to be back, baby. All right, set 3 done. Moderate a little bit there, 8:14. I still need to go slower, but heart rate is good, and pacing's great. Set 4, last set done. 8:13. Now, still a little too fast, but I'll take it. I'll just have some fun. Just had some fun going to work again. All right, got about 3 miles to wrap up. Easy pace though. All right, just wrapped up 6 miles on the treadmill, 4 at steady pace. I was doing, steady pace is about 8:20, 8:40, so not necessarily race pace, but just introducing some speed work back into my workout regimen. And honestly, I didn't know how I'd feel today, because I got like a sore throat yesterday, was really tired, woke up this morning feeling really unmotivated. Took me about a half hour to get to the gym, but got here. I was going to do about 6 miles, steady pace, at least that was what was on the plan, but I decided to have a warm-up mile and a cool-down mile and 4 miles, and I was really content. I actually hit all my splits. I was right around 8:35 per mile, and then legs responded pretty well. Heart rate was pretty good. We'll see how I feel the rest of the day, but really, really positive get that, even though I didn't feel great waking up this morning or going to bed last night. All right, 11 miles to wrap up this first full week of marathon training for the 3:30 pace, for the 3:30 race. 11 miles, easy. We'll front load the first half with all the hills. Then maybe we'll throw in a couple miles of pickup at race pace. Yeah, let's go run. You know what, I just realized 5 miles into this 11-mile long run, what I thought was a snack pack, I actually grabbed a drink mix. So I guess no snacks on this run. Such an idiot. Oh well, we should still be able to get it done. Let's go finish it off. 2-mile pickup done. I think 8:01 for the first mile, 7:55 for the second. Now a 2-mile cool down. That was awesome, baby. Week 1 is finally in the books. So I entered this week wondering exactly how I was going to feel the last 5 weeks. So since the beginning of December, I've been in my aerobic base training build, which is really just the whole idea is to get my body comfortable with running as many miles a week as possible without doing any speed work, recovering from the half marathon build in September and October, the 5K build in November. So to recover from that, to prepare for this marathon build, which we are now officially in. So an average week looked like between 30 and 37 miles per week, all easy running. I think my long runs were about 12 miles by the time I was done with that. And then throughout the week, they were like 5 to 6 mile runs. Sometimes we just do 3. So now entering the new year, 2026, the first day was January 5th. And like I said, I could barely sleep the night before. I was so stoked. Over the Christmas break, I laid out I worked on putting together my marathon plan. And there are several goals I have for this marathon plan that I want to improve on. Things that I knew were weak points in my when it came to my training and in previous marathon builds. One of those was just getting more sleep. I just want to have a consistent sleep schedule so my body can rest up, so I can handle more miles, so I can be faster. And so by the time I get around to race day, I feel like I'm in really good shape. And the second one was, and this goes hand in hand with it, more miles. Just the more miles, the better. So I would like my weekly total to be, by the time we get really into the thick of the training cycle, about 50, 55, 60 mile weeks, something that I peaked at previously. And I wanted to make sure that I was ready to hit that long distance yet again. The final thing was I want to be comfortable running 20 miles. Obviously, I know that when you race a marathon, 20 miles, 18 miles is the rule of thumb marker where you're going to hit a wall. And I think that's almost inevitable, but I do think that my previous racing experience from 2025 has taught me that if you prepare for a certain situation, you will probably be just better prepared to handle that situation when it crops up in the race. And the last the 2 marathons I've run, I've hit a wall at some point. And I want to be physically ready. I want to be mentally ready as much as possible to be able to run 20 miles. So in my plan, I have about four weeks where I'll do a 20 to 22 mile long run. So yeah, I did use ChatGPT to put together this plan. One of the things that I did was I gave it a ton of information. I really don't think that I will use it the deeper I go. I think I'm going to make more tweaks to it as I run with it more and more. And just because I do know what I want to accomplish, I know the workouts I want to hit, and ChatGPT is just giving me kind of a pretty vanilla plan, and it's just giving me something to edit, to tweak. I did feed a bunch of information to it, so a lot of it is my information, my schedule. So that, take it with a large grain of rice. It is not the best. Is that the term? Is it large? Large grain of rice, but that's the appropriate.
I think it's a grain of salt.
A large grain of salt. Okay, thank you.
I don't even think it has to be large. It's just a grain of salt.
Yeah, but I was just trying to communicate that. It just wasn't.
It's fine.
Okay.
I just think it was fine. That's all.
By the way, this is going into it. It's gonna make the cut. Anyway, Ruth made me a great cup of coffee that I decided this was the time to finally sit down and finish shooting this video. Ruth, what is it? Is it a
Grain of salt.
It's a grain of salt.
The coffee.
Yeah, the coffee.
It's brown sugar.
Brown sugar cinnamon latte.
No grains of salt.
No grains of salt. Okay. Anyway, where were we? Yes. So basically just use ChatGPT cautiously. It's really not a replacement for a coach. I'm only using it because I've been thinking about this plan for this build for a really long time, and I'm modeling it based on my half marathon builds, taking what I did for my full marathon builds and tweaking it based on experience. So that's really the guidelines. ChatGPT is just giving me kind of a format to work with. So I want to walk through that. This is officially the 330 training plan, 19 weeks, which is a really long build. But I want to get comfortable running as many miles as possible before race day. So this week, 6 miles easy on Monday, 7 miles on Tuesday. That was a 4x5 set. So we did 5 minutes of steady pace, which goal race pace is 8:05. No, it's just 8 minutes flat to hit 330, go right under 330. And this was steady pace is 8:20, 8:40 pace. And we would do 4 sets of that. So 5 minutes at that pace, and then we did 4 sets. I felt so good. This was like the first intentional speed work I'd done since the 5K race back on Thanksgiving Day. And it just felt perfect. It felt so easy. My legs were really fresh. That was just super positive. Everything was working. Everything had been working up to that point. And it was just super rewarding. Wednesday, 6 easy with strides. So since I have a workout with the F3 guys that day, I ran 3 miles before, 3 miles after. And then on Thursday was 6 miles. On the docket was 6 miles at steady pace, which was honestly kind of an aggressive workout. I had a bit of a sore throat hit on Wednesday, and I didn't feel very good Wednesday night. I woke up, just decided to get on the treadmill. And I think that was the right decision. I ended up doing a mile warm up and a mile cool down, but I did do 4 miles at steady pace. So that felt really, really good. Surprisingly good. By the end, I was tired, but, for 8:20, 8:40 pace, Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be my workout days. So that was great. Friday, super easy, 4 miles, just taking that at zone 2 mostly. And then Saturday today was just 11 easy. But I decided I wanted to throw on some hills in the first half, and then I was hoping to do a 2 mile pickup, which is right around race pace. And I did that miles 7 and 8 and felt fantastic. The only hiccup was that I forgot to bring snacks. Normally I'm really on my P's and Q's for something like that, but I grabbed a drink mix, threw it in my pocket without even really checking it because it was the same brand as my snack pack. And I got to mile 5, realized my mistake, and just had to push through the next 6 miles. So anyway, so that got me to 40 miles on the week. So the template moving forward is going to be workouts Tuesdays and Thursdays. Wednesdays we'll mix in some strides, and then Saturdays, those are the most important runs in my opinion. The long run, if you can, even if you have a terrible week where you're sick or you might miss a day or two, the long run is where you get right. It's where you get the most preparation for your marathon. And if you do it after a full week of training, that's even better. So anyway, that is what a week of marathon training will look like. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, that it's helpful. Like I mentioned, I'm, I've got a full-time job. I'm married, I have a kid, and this is just a hobby. But if you can learn from what I'm doing to see how you can also pursue marathoning, that's great. That would be really cool. But even if you don't, even if you're just enjoying it, feel free to let me know where you're running, what's your next race, and what's your favorite workouts, or what are the workouts you're dreading the most. And if you're seeing anything in my plan that maybe I could get better at, feel free to comment on this video. Anyway, have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.